Hello everyone and welcome back to another Grainman Explains video. Now this is going to be probably the last video I do that's going to be based on the Göweil pack DLC that came out recently from Giants. Now there was one last thing I actually wanted to check to see if we could improve the efficiency of these balers, because obviously they just pop out a baler at the bottom and literally you then have to have a manual process to move it, or you can in theory set it up right close to this pallet and bale storage building and then get it to go into there, but a lot of people probably aren't going to do that. So I had a bit of a brainwave again. I thought maybe what if we tried to use either the Autoload mod on one of these bale trailers that was parked right next to the baler, or maybe use a standard in-game bale loader, one of these Anderson ones. Now what we're going to start with, I think, is we're going to first off we're going to turn this on. Now if you do see a little bit of lag, then I do apologise about that, but for some unknown reason I've found that when I've got one of the Göweil machines in one of my videos, I get quite a lot of micro stuttering on the videos. Now if they're not in the area, there's no issues at all, so I'm not 100% certain what that is. I think it might be to do with the textures and the way that my graphics card is trying to do anti-analyzing, and it's not quite right on it, and it causes a little bit of a lag. So if there is, I apologise about that. So we'll get this cracked on. So literally we've got a bale coming out now. So let's start with this normal. So this is one of the normal bale trailers, but what I have turned on actually, or what I downloaded, is the universal Autoload and auto unload mod that I'll put down in the description of this video on the person who makes it. I've used it before on a couple of my other games. It works really well for quite a lot of things, so I thought I'd try this first and see if you just pull this up to the side of the machine if it actually does work. So let's do that first. So let's unfold the trailer. Well, then we're going to use the shift. We're going to press and hold shift on the keyboard. Now I don't know how this will work on console. It probably won't work so well on a console, but I'm going to actually turn on the auto bale mode disabled and turn that to auto bale mode enabled. So I'll do control left shift and R. You can see that then turns that to enabled, and I think if I pull this right up to the machine and take the tension belts off, pull it right up, it should pick it up. Now let's see, there we go. And then let's see what happens if we actually remove the tractor from the equation, so the trailer's just sat there. So you can go off and do something else, the bale will come out again, and then hopefully, there's a little bit of micro lag in there. Like I said, can't do much about it, it's just a very, very unusual problem I seem to be receiving. I don't really know why, but hopefully it might get fixed in a Giants update. And it does it again, that's good. That works really well actually. So let's see if it will work if I change the bale size. Let's change it to the bigger bale, which I think I've got enough left in the hopper for that. So this should probably be a normal size bale, which it is, which should go straight on. It'll fall down, then go onto the bale load trailer. Yep. So that does work as a system, so you could do that. Now let's see, yep, okay, so we've got 5,500 litre bale, big bale coming out. Let's see if that will go on the trailer as well. If it will, then in theory that will work quite well for someone if they wanted to do that. The mod allows the auto load and auto unload system to be enabled on all the default trailers on the game, and some mod trailers as well. So that actually worked as well. Okay, so that's quite good. So what we'll do, we'll pull this out of the way, and then I'm going to refill the hopper on the static baler or stationary baler, and then I'll get set up and see if it works with this default auto loader that's in the normal game. So let's see if we can get this bale loader lined up to see if it can accept this bale as it drops off. Now I've left him 150 centimetre bale, so that should be absolutely fine. So let's see, so we'll just let it drop first and see where it's actually going to go, and see if we can get this lined up and working. So it's going to go there. This is going to be quite difficult, I think, to actually get this to do this. So I've hit the tractor already, or the actual Göweil machine. So let's see if, no, I think this is going to be very, very difficult to do. Now whether we change the machine, okay, so if you touch it with that side bit it will work. Okay, Let's see if that'll work. No, it's not an automatic process. Okay, so that's nearly bang exactly where we want that to be. Okay, so that doesn't really work very well. Let me fill the hopper back up again, and let's see if we can actually get this to work. We now have the tractor in what I think might be the right position. Obviously it's a little bit fiddly to get it in the right position, and we've got a couple of bales ready to come out. So let's see if we turn on automatic drop again, if this is going to work. So let's go and turn automatic drop on. Drop area is blocked by another object, so it's got a collision point. That's slightly annoying. Okay, so if I just reverse backwards slightly, will it drop? Yeah, so I don't think with the default bale handling equipment, so this bale autoloader, that we can actually get the arm in the right position to be able to pick up the bales as they actually come off this static baler. Let's try just one more time. We're just going to run through until we've actually got this this machine completely empty. So again, I think the same problem. Let's just double check. I would say it'll be exactly the same issue we just had, where it'll probably pop up. Yeah. Okay. Damn. That's quite a shame actually. So again, you'd actually have to manually do that. So is there any point? I'm not sure. I think maybe having an Autoload mod trailer might work better, because it seems to be the only way you can do it is to be able to touch it with that, similar to when you're just going around the field. So let's try one more time, but I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it'd work with a flipped bale either, because I think you'd have the same issue. So and also it's the wrong way around anyway. So let's just see. No, again, not working. That's a shame. Oh well. So we'll get that loaded up. There we go. Right. One of the last things I wanted to cover actually was when I've actually tried to use the auto bale load trailer, this one here, and then unload it directly into this barn storage building, it doesn't always work reliably. Now, it does sometimes work, but not all the time. So if we turn off the auto bale mod for the auto loading of the bales when you're next door to something, then you then have the manual unload feature. Now if I try that now, let's see if it works. It doesn't always work, so that's all I'll say. Just be careful if you are, so that you get that sometimes. Now I have had it a few times where I've got it lined up nearly perfectly, so it does work. Now I'm going to try it again very quickly, but I just wanted to let everybody know that that can be a bit of an issue. And again, I do apologise about the stutter and the lag there. Again, still don't really understand exactly what's going on there, but it does seem to be an issue. So yeah, literally for some reason doesn't always unload. Now let's try it without the belts. No. So I have had this a few times now. So when I've had it, I think twice, I've had it successfully unload. Now I think you need to get it in the perfect spot. Now I don't think there is a perfect spot with this, and obviously the bales are all running around each other, so I think, to be honest with you, it's just a bit of a heads up to everyone that it doesn't always work. So, you know, see how you get on with it. It might work for you, but it still means that you can put a trailer next door to the static baler, and you can actually get it to pick up the bale automatically, so you can go do another job. But it's not amazing, I must admit. And the last thing I wanted to cover in this video very, very quickly is if you actually delete this building with anything inside it, you lose everything. So I'll just do that now. I'll just show you what I mean. So if you go to construction, and then you do the usual way of deleting something. So select it and then sell. Say yes, okay. Everything's gone. So there's nothing left that's in there. So just something for everyone to be very careful of there. I don't think you'd probably do that, but maybe you might have forgotten. You'd just come back in a couple of months after you've stored a lot of equipment in there, and then you'd gone, oh, want to delete that, want to move it. Just be careful, make sure you empty everything out of that building first, else you will lose it. So hope you found this video informative. If you did, give it a like, and while you're down there, subscribe to my channel. Many thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.